Factories are full of secrets, and today we're going behind the scenes to see how some of your favorite treats are made. From the sweet softness of cake to the crispy crunch of banana chips, the brewing magic of beer, and finally, the crystal purity of sugar. This journey will take you inside the fascinating world of food production. Let's begin with something sweet and fluffy: cake. Here's how it's made inside a factory. This isn't just a cake factory. It's a place where sweetness meets cutting-edge technology. Have you ever wondered how those beautifully layered frosted cakes from your favorite bakery are made on such a massive scale? Today, we're going behind the scenes to witness the entire journey, from raw ingredients to delicious finished cakes. Before any baking begins, hygiene takes center stage. Every worker suits up in protective gear, gloves, masks, and head covers. Hands are thoroughly scrubbed and sanitized. In a place where food safety is non-negotiable, cleanliness isn't just routine, it's sacred. The first step? Ingredient selection and mixing. Every element from flour to fresh eggs, sugar to rich butter is carefully measured by automated dispensers. These premium ingredients are poured into giant industrial mixers where they're blended into a smooth, lump-free batter. The result? A creamy, fragrant mixture that smells like vanilla dreams. Next, this perfect batter flows into metal molds, riding down a conveyor belt. Workers give each mold a gentle tap on the table to remove any trapped air bubbles. This ensures the cakes bake evenly without holes. Then it's off to smart ovens where temperature is maintained with high precision. Within minutes, the batter transforms into fluffy, golden sponges that fill the air with irresistible aroma. As the cakes cool, they move to the slicing station. High-speed machines cut each cake into perfectly even layers. Now the real artistry begins. Layers are filled with rich creams, fruity jams, or silky custards. Think strawberry puree, dark chocolate ganache. It's a blend of flavor and texture that elevates every bite. The real showstopper, though, is the decoration. Robotic arms, working with laser-like accuracy, begin to frost the cakes. With graceful motions, they spread vanilla icing or pour on melted chocolate, followed by sprinkles, patterns, or colorful designs. Despite being automated, the results look just like they were made by a master baker. From round and square to heart-shaped or animal-themed cakes, every design is handled flawlessly. For that special touch, cakes can also be personalized. Machines write custom messages using edible ink, piping out greetings like "Happy Birthday" or "Best Wishes" with perfect penmanship. Each cake feels uniquely made for the recipient. Next up, let's see how ordinary bananas are turned into the crunchy snack we all love: banana chips.
The process starts with the arrival of fresh, ripe bananas at the factory. These bananas are carefully selected for quality to ensure the best end product. Once the bananas arrive, they go through a rigorous inspection process. Any bananas that don't meet the quality standards are removed. Next, the bananas are sent to the peeling machine. This machine swiftly removes the peels, preparing the bananas for slicing. The peeling process is quick and efficient, ensuring minimal waste and maximum yield. Once peeled, the bananas are transported to the slicing machine. Here, they are sliced into uniform thin pieces. The thickness of the slices is crucial for achieving that perfect crunch. These banana slices are now ready for frying. The slices are then fried in hot oil. This step is carefully monitored to ensure they achieve the perfect golden color and crisp texture. After frying, the banana chips are placed on drying racks to cool and allow any excess oil to drain off. Now comes the fun part, seasoning. The chips are coated with a variety of flavors, from classic salted to spicy and sweet options. After seasoning, the banana chips are ready for packaging. They are carefully weighed and sealed in bags to keep them fresh and crispy. The final step is packaging the chips for shipment. These bags are then boxed up and sent out to stores and customers around the world. And there you have it. From fresh bananas to crispy chips, every step is taken with care to ensure you get the best quality snack. So next time you enjoy a bag of banana chips, you'll know the journey they took to get to you.
Now, it's time to dive into the brewing process. Here's how beer is carefully crafted in factories. Let's dive into the rich history and the fascinating modern process of beer making. Beer's history goes way back. Over 7,000 years to be exact, starting in ancient Mesopotamia. The Sumerians brewed what you could call an early version of beer, though it was more like a thick porridge than the crisp drink we know today. Fast forward to the modern world. How is beer made today in large-scale production facilities? It all starts with malting. Barley grains are soaked in water to start the germination process. Back then, beer wasn't just a beverage, it was a dietary staple. Later, the ancient Egyptians carried on the tradition, brewing beer as a daily essential. They even considered it sacred enough to offer to their gods. As beer made its way through the centuries, it began to evolve. By medieval times, European monasteries became the heart of brewing innovation. Monks took beer making to the next level, perfecting recipes and, most importantly, introducing hops to the mix. After a few days, the sprouted grains are dried in a kiln. This creates malt, the sugary base that powers the fermentation process. Next comes mashing. The malt is crushed and mixed with hot water. This helps break down the starches into fermentable sugars, resulting in a sweet liquid known as wort. The wort is then boiled, and this is where hops come into play. Hops provide bitterness, aroma, and that distinct flavor we associate with beer. The boiling process also sterilizes the wort, prepping it for fermentation. Fun fact: beer is the third most consumed beverage in the world, right after water and tea. In many ancient cultures, beer was safer to drink than water because it was boiled during brewing. Today, craft breweries are reviving traditional techniques with a modern twist, offering endless flavor profiles. Once boiling is complete, the wort is cooled down and transferred to large fermentation tanks. Barley is the most common grain used in beer, but did you know some brews use wheat, corn, or even rice? Temperature control is critical during fermentation. Just a few degrees can alter the entire batch. The type of yeast used can dramatically change the flavor, aroma, and even the texture of the beer. Then comes the magic. Yeast is added. The yeast starts consuming the sugars in the wort, producing alcohol and carbon dioxide. This step can last anywhere from a few days to several weeks, depending on the beer style. After fermentation, the beer isn't ready just yet. It goes through conditioning, a maturing phase where the flavors mellow out and unwanted compounds settle. This ensures a smoother, well-balanced brew. Then we move to filtration and packaging. The beer is filtered to remove any leftover solids. Then it's bottled, canned, or kegged, ready to hit shelves and land in your fridge. Then it's on to bottling or canning, a high-speed, precision-driven process. Empty bottles or cans are first cleaned and sterilized to make sure there's no contamination. Then, they're filled with beer under pressure to prevent foam and oxidation. Immediately after filling, the containers are capped or sealed, airtight and secure to lock in freshness. This all happens in a matter of seconds thanks to robotic arms and synchronized machinery. Labels are applied with laser accuracy, showing off the brand, style, alcohol content, and all the details you see on the shelf. Every bottle or can then passes through quality control, where sensors and cameras check for fill levels, seal tightness, and any visual defects. Finally, the packaged beer is packed into cartons or crates, loaded onto pallets, and prepared for shipping. Whether it's headed to a neighborhood bar, a grocery store, or straight to your fridge, every container goes through the same meticulous process. And finally, let's uncover the process that turns sugarcane into sparkling white sugar.
Let's dive right in. It all starts with sugarcane or sugar beets, the primary sources of sugar. Farmers cultivate these crops, and once they're ready, it's harvest time. Sugarcane is harvested by cutting down the stalks, while sugar beets are dug up from the ground. These raw materials are then transported to the sugar factory. At the factory, the first step is cleaning. The harvested sugarcane or beets are thoroughly washed to remove any dirt or impurities. Next, the sugarcane is crushed to extract the juice. The cane is passed through a series of mills, squeezing out the sweet liquid. For sugar beets, the process is a bit different. The beets are sliced into thin strips, called cassettes, and then soaked in hot water to extract the juice. The extracted juice, whether from sugarcane or beets, contains impurities. So, it's time for clarification. Lime and heat are added to the juice, causing the impurities to coagulate and settle at the bottom. The clarified juice is then heated in evaporators to remove excess water, concentrating it into a thick syrup. This process is known as evaporation. Now comes the crystallization stage. The syrup is placed in large vacuum pans and seeded with small sugar crystals. As it cools, larger sugar crystals form around the seeds. The mixture of sugar crystals and molasses, called massicate, is then spun in centrifuges. This separates the sugar crystals from the molasses. The sugar crystals are still a bit damp, so they go through a drying process. Hot air is used to remove any remaining moisture, followed by cooling to ensure they don't clump together. Finally, the dried and cooled sugar crystals are ready for packaging. They're packed into bags or containers, ready to be shipped to stores and eventually to your kitchen. And there you have it. From the fields to your table, that's how sugar is made in a factory.